There was never any chance of the European Parliament rejecting the Brexit trade and cooperation agreement. Such is my confidence. This article was written before the vote was announced. Why? The same reason our Prime Minister bounced it through Parliament between announcing it on Christmas Eve and the New Year. The TCA is overwhelmingly to the advantage of the European Union and to the detriment of the UK. Our Prime Minister could not afford to allow it to be scrutinised for fear of its terms being properly understood. The same reason why he tried to bounce through the withdrawal agreement in October 2019. He failed in the case of that agreement, only to push it through pretty damn fast post his general election victory. These two deals done with the EU constitute the biggest political misrepresentation and sellout by a British government in my lifetime. Indeed, I struggle to identify any greater act of self-harm done by a British government in modern times. Melodramatic? No, I do not think so. The reasons I am moved to hyperbole will be obvious to those of you who have followed my writings on the subject, but in case you have missed the dozens of articles I have written, here is a synopsis. The new settlement hands over part of the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, to the EU. The EU's Brexit negotiator Michel Barnier always said the price of Brexit would be Northern Ireland, and he has been proven to be right. I could stop there. The voluntary partitioning of a once great country should be sufficient evidence of this terrible settlement, but there is a hell of a lot more. Our government has handed the EU virtually everything it needed in order to ensure Brexit is stymied. Contrary to every promise made, we remain in lunar orbit round the wretched institution we voted to leave in 2016. We are locked into a level playing field with respect to state aid, competition, environment and employment law. Breaking the stranglehold of EU regulations on our economy is therefore practically impossible. We have granted the EU free rein to fish our territorial waters to their heart's delight, right down to the 6-mile limit with no checks on what they catch, kill and either discard or take home. The deal is as bad for our fishermen as it is good for theirs, failing to secure for them easy access to EU markets, breaking successive promises made by conservative governments. We have committed to upholding the European Convention of Human Rights. With that went the ability genuinely to take control of immigration into our country. We have signed into the European Arrest Warrant, effectively granting the EU the right to arrest anyone they like on our soil, with very limited checks being capable of being exercised by our own courts. We have even committed the UK to ongoing payments into the European Defence Fund. These two deals make a mockery of the Prime Minister's promises to take back control of our laws, our borders, our fish, our cash, and that the country would leave the EU as one United Kingdom. To make matters worse, all these concessions were made only to secure 20% of the British economy, traded goods. The other 80% of our economy, services, left the EU without a deal. That would have been fine but for the fact that our entire country has been compromised in the process. The negotiations which took place with the EU after our vote to leave were nothing less than a battle for our sovereignty and economic prosperity. We lost that battle. There was no way the European Parliament was going to stand in the way of taking our surrender. Their delay was merely theatrics used to pressure our government over the Northern Ireland Protocol. It worked. I use the word battle advisedly. The war is not yet over.